filmed it and put it on his Instagram for millions of people. A break-in is not a memory that this kid is ever gonna want to remember. It allows for overflow if you're swimming, not with an engine-powered jet ski. Hey guys, so today's another long format video. I have a list that I want to get through. I'm trying to pick each topic when it's kind of semi-relevant so that you guys will want to watch it. And these influencers recently vacationed, so I figured this is probably worth talking about now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to be talking about the Ace family and a bunch of their scandals. I guarantee I'm not going to cover every single one, considering, fuck, how do these people get in so many scandals? It is ridiculous. Very unapologetic about this. Yeah, let's get into it. If you don't know who the Ace family are, they are a family vlogging YouTube channel. Anything is possible if you want it bad enough. Not this guy. They have like 3 kids, I think now, and they're very problematic. I'm gonna get into why I have a problem with family YouTube channels further down the line. Not just that I don't want kids, don't want to watch kids, don't want to see kids on my Instagram, I'm just not interested, I'm not that kind of person. You do whatever floats your boat, you do what makes you happy, it's just not what makes me happy. I'd rather see puppies or like cows roaming around in a field kind of thing on my Instagram feed or on my YouTube recommendations than children, so that's just me. Some people really find their content kind of relaxing, especially it seems like the younger demographic, and I'm talking like 6 to 16. I try to go into this kind of unbiased. I put my hands up. I used to watch a lot of drama channels. I still watch a ton of commentary channels, and one of my favourite ones is Atozy. This is where I've got the majority of this information from where I've been watching him. The few people that seem to watch the Ace family tend to just watch for their kids. They don't actually watch for Catherine, they don't watch for Austin. It was McBroom, and I always think McDonald's, because they're like the child-friendly McDonald's content for YouTube, you know? So I believe one of the first kind of controversies, I could be wrong, like I said, this is like 2 years old, but you know, all of this did still happen, so. They clickbaited a charity video.
This year, coming up very soon, we're also gonna be doing another basketball charity event, and now we got something new. So let me explain. I know you all read the title, and that is exactly what it is.
$100,000. They're giving away $100,000 to charity. $100,000. That's a pretty cool act, you know. I can respect that. Giving back to some people. I think that's a really cool thing to do. So why does the check say 75 grand on it? That's not 100 grand, there's 25 missing.
Firstly, who does that? They clickbaited on their thumbnail, I believe it was the thumbnail or the title or both. They said that they were donating $100,000 to charity, but the check was 80,000. Where'd the 20k go? Do you think because you've got a young audience, they can't do basic maths? Let me just say, like, giving 80 grand to charity, there's nothing bad about that at all. Giving, I was gonna say your hard-earned money, do they work hard? Debatable. Giving your money to charity, to someone who needs it more, it's completely commendable. I have no qualms about that whatsoever. I just don't understand why they had to clickbait it was 100k. Why didn't they just say they were giving 80k? There's nothing wrong with them giving 80,000. It's just, is it just because they liked a round number and they thought, oh, 100k, that's gonna clickbait it? But they didn't explain why in the video it was 20k less. They didn't say, oh yeah, we gave 20k already to like another one, so, but we're actually filming this 80k one. And they didn't explain it. They were just like, oh yeah, no one will notice. That's not that big a deal, right? Like I said, it's that these things keep adding up. They also had a fan contest kind of thing.
Today is the big day. The Ace family is giving away $100,000 to someone who can complete the Ace family challenge.
Like Austin mentioned in the last, not the last video, but the video before, we really wanted to do something for the social media community.
Now we want to do something fun and entertaining for the social media world.
And Austin always talks about how he wishes like he could be a part of something like this. So we were thinking about it, we were like, okay, let's try to do something fun and entertaining for you guys, and then obviously like make up an event for the YouTube community.
Exactly. It was like a half-court basketball shot, and whoever got it got like, I think it was 10 grand or something like that cash. None of the kids got it. Austin's friend he'd invited there, he just kind of shouted to the audience on a microphone like, oh yeah, my mate's here, should we let him give it a shot? And of course he did it and got the money.
To make it a little interesting real quick, I had two of my good basketball friends, someone who actually played basketball, college basketball. I want them two to come out. I'm gonna let them give a chance too. Hey man, I gotta give it to you. I gotta give it to him. He wasn't even in the contest. So what that mean? Who you gonna really show love to, because you weren't even in the contest? Yeah, that's right.
What? I think that they flippantly said as well, oh yeah, like make sure you give some of it to charity or something.
At the end of the day, this is all for charity. I believe that he's gonna, give it away to charity, at least a portion of it. Yeah. He can do whatever he wants with the money, but I know he'll give something away to charity, which is the most important thing here.
You said you were gonna give it to a fan. You said that the whole point of that contest or whatever it was so that you could give back to your fans, and this isn't a fan, you gave that to your friend. Like, all well and good, like, oh, mate, show him how it's done, but don't give him the money. Is it just me? I think that highlighted straight away that there was just some really dodgy shit going on with this YouTube channel, especially Austin. I'm not going to be getting into Austin and Catherine's marriage. I don't think that's any place for anyone to kind of say. What they do in their marriage is completely up to them. Some people have speculated they've got an open marriage, other people have just said he's cheated and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to speculate on that. I'm talking about the stuff which I just think is morally wrong. Not that cheating isn't morally wrong in my personal opinion. Some of the stuff Austin does, first of all, I just find him personally extremely cringy. Like, the way he talks like a caricature of himself. One of the scandals that I think went viral, and I think a lot of people found out about the Ace family when this happened, it was like their Catherine's cousin or like sister or niece or something like that. He was looking after, and she's only like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something. Going to this shop and there's some comedy, like, dick-shaped lollipops.
What'd you say? What'd you say? What are you trying to get to? You love what? Oh God. Show Catherine what you have in your hand. Show Catherine. Show her. She said it's a lollipop.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
Are you really making me buy this lollipop right now? You really want it? Yeah. Oh God.
It's gonna be 7.
Please, bro, put that in a bag right now. Keep that in the bag forever. Do not show that to anybody, okay? Okay. That's your little secret. Guys, I'm in so much trouble. But she said she was gonna steal it if I didn't buy it, so better me buy.
So this kid doesn't know what the fuck that is and is like grabbing for it. Because that could be something funny, right? You could genuinely film that, show it to your wife, show it to the sister or the mother of the kid, and she'd be like, oh, this funny thing happened, da, da, da. But he filmed it and put it on his Instagram for millions of people.
Yeah, it's pretty comedic, I can understand why you might film that. Share it with a few of your friends, not the entire world.
That's where it crosses, I believe, the line. Because these kind of things, even though it is like a joke, I get it. All these kind of jokes put children in like an uncomfortable position. Like, I guarantee when that kid gets older, they won't want those clips anywhere. Those clips are going to follow that kid for the rest of her life. And I just think that's a really shitty thing to do. And also, like, you don't know what people do with those images. How do you know that someone hasn't clipped that and put it on a, let's just say, really bad website? Some people think it's attractive. That's one of the reasons, right, why parents aren't even allowed to videotape their kids' plays and stuff like that at school, because there's that possibility of that stuff being used against the child, and it's just really disappointed people, it upset people. I think a lot of people are on the same page, except for the people that obviously were very young and didn't really know the magnitude of something like that. So then we got the break-in. Remember that one of the big controversies was when they had a break-in. The thing about the break-in was all of the circumstances were weird.
Video where they addressed all of the problems that people had about it, It's also due to the fact that they moved within 4 days of the break-in. And people believe that they just moved some stuff out of the house into the new one that they'd already started renting, and they weren't even robbed at all. It was just in the other place.
Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. That's why I'm putting my
Here
hand
we
up.
are being so honest with you guys. Like, you guys say the craziest rumors about us, like the craziest things.
I gotta use a tissue. Go ahead, continue.
And
Do you know what makes me think a video's really sincere? When you start laughing at your own break-in.
They posed for a photograph with their kids for the thumbnail.
They got robbed. As you can see in the thumbnail, they completely did not set up and pose for it, and even told the child to cover her face like she's crying. It seems like a vlog is just fake when they try to take this reality TV approach to how they're creating their content.
I don't know if they're just dense and don't realise how that could actually kind of traumatise a child. Because, you know, dollar signs are probably flashing. When they did go into like their living room, their iPad and their phones and stuff like that, they were all just laying around.
That's what they did, as you can see. Shattered their entire back door, so they came in.
oh, sorry.
Oh, this is crazy. I'm so confused. They didn't take the wallet. They didn't take this stuff.
Easily accessible. None of it was stolen. And I just think someone broke in and didn't steal your electronics that were literally laying out. It just didn't make sense. They're going through the house, again, with their kids, very young kids, and showing them where these people have disturbed all of their clothing and their toys and all that kind of stuff.
Let's check Elle's room. Elle, baby, let's see what they took. Baby, they ransacked your closet. Baby, they took your stuff. You okay? It's okay. We don't need none of that. We don't care about that. All we care about is you, mama. Yeah, oh, they left your room nice.
Who does that to a kid?
And it's just, why would you not want to protect your kids from that? Even at like 31, I'd be traumatised thinking of someone going through my things while I'm not here and taking whatever they think is worthwhile to them.
They took all my bags
all
too.
my shit in here.
Damn.
Well, no cash. We don't keep cash.
For a child, and I'm talking like, again, like 5, 6, 7, something so young. I can't understand why you would put your kid through that. To film it so that memory is there for the rest of their lives. That's not a memory you want to remember, right? That's not a, oh, you know, they've been painting today, or this is where we were swimming this day and we had a load of fun at the beach. And a break-in is not a memory that this kid is ever going to want to remember. Can I just say, if it was fake, how dare they put their kids through that? Around this time, I want to touch on, like I said, because especially, as you guys know, I do show some of the clips to give you some context from other creators that I appreciate and respect, and I always link them below because I think they are amazing. And Atozy is one of those people. I've been watching Atozy for like 2-3 years or something, possibly even longer. I remember the reason I even found Atozy is because I used to watch I'm Alex. Said make sure to go and watch Atozy's video because his videos got copyright claimed from the Ace family, basically just because they didn't want bad press to be out there.
I'm guessing the Ace family really needed to pay for the robbery that had happened, so they claimed his video. They claimed his video, which was under fair use, and they took all of the ad revenue from his 1 million view video, which cost them about $8,000.
Because Atozy was bringing attention to the fact that they were clickbaiting the amount that they actually gave to charity. But that wasn't the only shitty thing they did that year. Atozy brings up that there is a creator on, I believe it's Instagram, that Austin reached out to, and he said like, oh, I really love your bands.
The homie Rob told me that Austin, from the Ace family, used to go inside Tradition, which is a store I used to be in, and I guess he would go in and buy some of my products, which I used to do custom hats, and I used to make these bands. He reached out from the text messages that I post, and I was like, for sure, let's link up and try to put something together then. And then from there, he called me like 2 days later, verbally on the phone. He was like, let's put something together. And then I hit him. I'm like, yeah, these are the ones I made for you. He was like, man, these is dope. But then he was like, I've been hella busy, bro, but I'm gonna link up with you. And then a couple days later, I seen on YouTube, he had on the bands, some bands that look like my bands, but him and his daughter. So I hit him up, I'm like, bro, what's up with this? I'm not the only one that's been done too, I'm pretty sure.
They're really cool, like really amazing artwork and all this kind of stuff, and a lot of time and effort clearly gone into them. Like every single one of the designs, you could tell like that he put a lot of love into these things. And Austin messaged him, said they're really cool, asked like to possibly collaborate and work with him. He was really interested because someone of that sort of size could create a huge splash for his business. So he was really professional about it. He was discussing like what kind of designs he'd want, if he'd give me a couple of days. Austin took the designs and then never got back to him. And then literally like a couple of months later, he came out with basically the exact same stuff. It was really, really shitty. I'm probably not the best person to talk about artists being paid justly for their work.
And they threw their original editor and cameraman just into the trash like he's some disposable waste.
Me asking for what I deserve and what I made. Asking for too much in his definition, I guess means, well, I guess he doesn't understand that when you work hard at this craft to make it look good, you don't just put a video, slap it together in 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? So I gave him discounts on my rates just because he was a homie and I was just trying to grow with him, you know? I wasn't focused on the money. But where it got weird was when, if you're not gonna just credit me for the video I provide you with, then just pay me my regular rate. And a lot of people out here, videographers and artists, don't get paid what they're worth all the time, and sometimes they don't even get credit, their work just gets stolen. Everything was good, we were just building and like we just film or we'd chill. But then it just got sour when I had to ask multiple times to be credited. Credit was like, all right, I'll bless you when like I want to bless you.
Because you see a lot of this stuff, right? You see that Instagrammers get taken for advantage of. If you take a picture with my product, then we'll give you the product for free, or we'll give you like 20% off the product or some bullshit, right? Makeup artists, it's like, oh yeah, well if you just if you do the makeup for me for this thing, then I'll just give you like 1 free shout out. And it's like, no, pay me for my work. You hear about these kind of things happening a lot. This is what frustrates me, right? The amount of times that influencers get so much stuff for free, and it's like, sorry, you're one of the few people that can afford to actually pay for that shit and don't have to get it for free. Therefore, why don't you pay for it? And then the next person that comes in, they'll get it for free. You and your millions of followers, you know, you get sponsorships, you get like great deals, you've got your merchandise is probably selling out all the time from all your kids' sales. The Ace family have like a huge mansion and have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 freaking sports cars, and they can't pay this guy for his work. How scummy of a person have you got to be? And I'm talking in general, I'm not just talking about the Ace family or Austin, I'm talking about every business that does that to someone. I would make a whole video about that. Someone has probably done a much better job already on YouTube, to be honest. Speaking about their house and their huge pool, you probably know where I'm going with this. So this angered a lot of people, and because it was self-centered, it was selfish, it was narcissistic, it was downright stupid. The comments that they put afterwards basically just saying, oh, people are just jealous that they don't have a huge pool and can't do this. And it's like, no, you just have no appreciation for other people around you, because God forbid you should think about someone other than yourself for 5 fucking seconds in a day. Literally had 2 houses and shoved them together and like redid them all. So their house is massive. Because they have a massive house, they want a massive pool. Austin rode a jet ski in their infinity pool. So an infinity pool is where the edge literally, it goes right off onto the edge of the like mountainside, or you know, you see those kind of resorts where they've got an infinity pool and it literally just looks like the pool goes off of the mountain or whatever. They've got that at the top of LA basically. You would think, well, you know, they allow for like some overflow and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it allows for overflow if you're swimming, not with an engine-powered jet ski.
Oh my god, Austin, I don't want to yell because I have a lay on me right now. Let's go! Austin! What's going through your head?
Do you see how much water is running down on their neighbor's property?
He didn't just put people at risk. Because of all this water overflow that went over the infinity pool side, it created a fucking mudslide. Which could have actually been lethal to some of the people's houses. It could have been bad for people like the road and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's alright because they'll probably get helicoptered out, you know, because they've got so much money. But all their neighbours, don't worry about them. What's worse is this poor man had been growing grapes as a business to create wine or something. So he had all these like this like almost vineyard of grapes underneath, and they were ruined, literally shouting up, and you could see all this horde of water coming down, the mudslide coming down this fucking mountain, ruining this guy's years and years worth of work into these grapes. That's someone's time, effort, and their money. They were just jealous, apparently. Yeah, people were just jealous. I've got another 5 points to get through, so I think I'm going to split this again. Some of these points are so old, I didn't think I was going to be on them for as long, but I guess the rage has just built up again. Not hard with the Ace family. If you want to see me talk about some of their other scandals and them vacationing, plus what I actually think about basically all family channels, make sure you subscribe below because I'll make sure to do that very soon. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you very soon in part 2. Bye!